Well, I wrote this long speech about what I was going to talk about this afternoon, but, I was just kind of lost in northeast Nebraska. I heard there was a party out here, and sure looks like you're having a big party. But, I wanted to be here to congratulate you and everybody who's involved in this. You ought to be enormously proud of yourselves. This year, I chair the National Governors Association. And when we come together, typically governors talk about, well, what's your unemployment rate? Been to any ribbon cuttings lately or whatever? And in almost every situation, when it's my turn to talk, I can say, well, yeah, I did several last week. That is not occurring across most of America. And it's certainly not occurring in small town Nebraska or small towns all across America. But you have good leadership here in this community, and you wanted to continue to move forward. And look what you have here today. I just had a tour for us older people. I'm still young, but getting a little older. Wow, look at that swimming pool and what you can do. You just had a softball tournament this last weekend. A number of people that were in town who now can stay here in the other hotels in town. They were already telling me, and we discussed this last time when I was here for the groundbreaking. Now when teams come in to lose to Wayne State, one of those athletic contests, you can still take good care of them, let them stay here in a hotel. And so, wow, think about what this means for your community. And how do communities move forward in terms of economic development? You have to be willing to invest in your community. That's what we're doing all across Nebraska. You've heard me talk about it before, but it's worth noting. The business leadership of this state, community leadership all across the state worked with us. We've modernized our economic incentive programs. We've lowered taxes. We've invested in education and jobs. Almost every ranking today says Nebraska is a top 10 business-friendly state. We have the second lowest unemployment rate in America at 3.9%. That is absolutely incredible when you think about it. There are communities in states across America who, take Colorado for example. Their unemployment rate's 7.9%, less than the national average, 100% higher than ours. So think about that. In any of our communities in this state, if twice as many people were unemployed, think about how people would feel. Your neighbors, your friends. We don't have that situation. People are feeling much more optimistic because we've been willing to make that investment. There are several reports out. One was Bloomberg Business Week, identified Arlington, Nebraska, second best place in America to raise kids. Kiplinger.com just came out and said among large cities, Omaha is the best place to raise kids. Now you can just substitute the names. Instead of Arlington, let's put in Wayne, Laurel, Concord, all the other communities across Nebraska. That's who we are. Safe communities, good jobs, great schools, affordable homes, and an unmatched quality of life. Well, that's what you have here today. Part of your quality of life to make your community more attractive. And then the Tax Foundation of America just came out about 4 weeks ago with the rankings of relative to tax and regulatory environment. They ranked all 50 states for two categories. One, existing businesses. We were in the top 10. We were number 9 of the 9th best state in America. If you're an existing business where you ought to be investing in, it ought to be Nebraska. And then they ranked all the states. Where is the best place in the United States of America right now if you wanted to start a new business? I'll give you one guess. The state of Nebraska. That's where we stand today, and this is a good example. It is worthwhile investing in Wayne because you have a great community. You have great businesses, you've got a terrific college, great schools, people who care about each other. And so here we have. You're growing. You're moving forward. You're on the move, just like we are all across Nebraska. Now it is, I will say, not the responsibility of the governor to make sure it rains up here. That's local responsibility. So if we could get that done here in the next few weeks, that would be good. But I want you to know I'm really proud of you for what you're doing here, the investment you're making. I'm proud of our state because we continue to move forward. Now, I was telling Bill and a couple others, now if I'd have been real smart today, since I've got to be back up here in about 5 weeks to play in the Wayne Industry Golf Tournament, that is one of the most important responsibilities I have as governor every year. I think I've only missed one time since I've been a statewide official. I should have made sure my schedule was convenient for me to take the rest of the afternoon off and play a practice round because you have a lot of sandbaggers up here that I have to compete against. But I always enjoy being up here. I mean, this is a terrific community, and you know, we've been to meetings here the last couple of days. We've had people in from all over the country. President Milliken was leading an effort to talk about competitiveness, entrepreneurship, what makes the difference in a state, why some states are moving forward, why some communities are moving forward. You know, you can cut through all the chase, yes, taxes, regulation, great schools and all the rest, but it still boils down to people, leadership. People are willing to make a difference, and you're willing to do that. And where we have good leadership, with good communities, with good people who are willing to invest in their community, we're moving forward. Now I can tell you a few communities who haven't done that, but you have. And that's why I say I always enjoy coming up here because I know when I come up here, something good's going to happen. You're going to try to do something to move this community forward. And at the end of the day, what we're trying to do is make Wayne and Nebraska an even better place for our kids and our grandkids because they're the ones that we're doing all this for, so they have jobs right here in Nebraska. Because I keep telling young people all across the state, it's okay occasionally if one or two slip out to go to college somewhere else, but they got to come back home. They got to come back home. Well, if they're going to come back home, they got to come back home to jobs. And that's what we're able to do here in Nebraska. So I really say congratulations to all of you. You deserve the credit. Again, I thank you for inviting me here for a little party on Tuesday afternoon when nothing else was going on in Wayne. Thank you very much.